Woo! Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who I be. The good doc. Dr. Mike TV. Back again. Once again. You already know what it is, baby. It is profoundly going to be an instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you notify, make sure you do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the good text content. All my good stuff shall be listed in the links in the description area below. Ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned in to probably one of the more interesting live streams that I've put together in a while. All right. So when you come into the building, make sure you drop a like for the good doc because we have got to do something that I've been wanting to do since I put out the video earlier today. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set up real quick because I don't want to get it in. I don't even want to waste time with this one. You guys are showing up. I'm ready to show the fuck out. All right. But all I need you guys to do admittedly is make sure you drop a like for the good doc. All right. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and distress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, it most definitely has to have it. All right. If you want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I am happy and blessed that you choose to come through and spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now you're done. All right. So guys, pardon me. I gotta set it up real quick because I want to make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear on the mic. Press 1. Give me a thumbs up. If the volume's coming through loud and clear, press 1. Thumbs up if the volume is coming through loud and clear. All right? Because I don't want to waste any time, man. I don't want to waste any time. I'm ready. I'm ready to shut some shit down. All right? I am 100% ready to shut some shit down. All right? So if you can hear me, if I'm coming through loud and clear, give your boy a head nod, give me a 1, give me a thumbs up because I want to talk about the video I posted earlier today. I wanted to do a deep dive. I wanted to dissect. I wanted to really talk about this one. All right. So first things first, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys because I don't want to waste time playing around and bullshitting. All right, let's go ahead and get it in. So I'm going to pause myself. I mean, not pause myself, but I'm going to put my mic off. My camera off so that there's no lag whenever I'm sharing the screen. All right, so let me share the screen. Uno momento. All right, so here's where I want to go. All right, so if you guys were privy to the video that I put out earlier today, I put out a video about none other than the comedy legend, Dave motherfucking Chappelle. All right. And the title of the video, as you can see here, was titled Comedy Legend Dave Chappelle Exposes That His Filipino Wife Can't Even Speak Tagalog, but also is not mail order. Now, when I originally downloaded the clip and I was looking at it and I was like, man, that's some good shit. And I think my audience would appreciate it. When I was originally doing the content, there were a lot of things I was hearing in the video, but I overlooked it, right? And I was trying to figure out how to tag it so that you guys would be interested to watch it. I was going to tag it Dave Chappelle calls Filipinos the Black Asians. I was going to say all kinds of shit. But the thing is, I couldn't fit it all in the title. Right? I couldn't fit it all in the fucking title. All right. So what I want to do is for anybody who did not catch the video, please make sure you watch it. Please make sure you drop your own physical like on the video. I would highly appreciate that one. And listen to what he had to say. Now I'm going to turn it up over here. Hopefully it comes through a little bit loud and clear. But if it doesn't, just if you play it back on your own, I think you'll get an idea of exactly what my man was saying. So let's go ahead and play this one out real quick. Again, preface this real quick. Howard Stern was a shock jock radio personality back in the 90s that was popping. Now, for many of you guys who know, and I know my audience knows this because you guys are definitely a part of the era, you guys came up in the Jerry Springer era where it was all about shock value, when it was all about the shit that you say and getting people interested. Howard Stern was absolutely no different, right? He used to bring girls on, porn stars and stuff. They used to show their tits on on his television show and everything. So that's how he made a living. He made a living saying some pretty interesting things, right? Doing interesting things. Now, the girl that you see on the screen before you is Robin, which is his side chick. Ironically, his black chick, sidekick chick, whatever. But what you're going to hear, if you heard the video itself, you're going to hear her say some real shady shit. Okay? Let's keep it a buck and a half. Robin will say is some hella shady shit. You feel me? Howard Stern was throwing in some fucking jabs in there too. I want to play the video through one time so that you guys can hear it. And then hopefully it comes through loud and clear. If it doesn't, my bad. I'll play it through one time so you can hear it. And then we'll go back, replay it again, and we'll dissect what they were saying at each particular point. All right. So let's hope and pray that my kickback isn't too crazy. Is that right? Yeah, man. Shit. That's not gonna work. I'm sorry, guys. Watch. I'm gonna keep the video up. All right. So Dave Chappelle said that he met his girl in Brooklyn. Okay, that's where he said he met his girl. I'm gonna have to describe it to you because when I play it back, first of all, the volume is hella low, unfortunately, and whenever I play it back, there's an echo, and I don't like that shit at all. So I'm gonna explain to you what was said in the video for everything that I can remember. So first and foremost, Howard Stern asked him where he met his girl. Dave Chappelle said, "Yeah, I met my girl in Brooklyn, right? I met my girl in Brooklyn and shit like that." And then my man Howard Stern was saying, "Oh, something to the effect of, is she a white girl, right?" And Dave Chappelle said, "Nah, my girl's Filipino." And this motherfucker, Howard Stern, let me tell you what Howard Stern said. Howard Stern said, "Oh, that's kind of like a white girl." And when he said that shit, I said, "Bruh, no, the fuck it is not." Again, I'm trying to keep into consideration the era in which they were living in during this time. All right. I'm trying to keep into consideration the era that they were in. All right. We're talking about the era of the 90s, wherein everybody believed that any girl who come from foreign countries were mail order brides. Right. So I'm trying to keep that into consideration. But he said something to the effect of, "Oh, that's just like dating a white girl." He's like, nah. Dave Chappelle defending this shit. Nah, that's nothing like dating a white girl, right? And then Robin said, what did Robin say? Give me a second. Let me figure out what Robin said. She's Filipino. She's Filipino. That's almost a All right, so that was when Dave Chappelle said that they're the Black Asians, right? That was when he made they're not white. Filipinos are the Black Asians, right? And I thought that was funny too, because I used to get on Issa Rae for saying that shit in some book she wrote, but Dave Chappelle, I think he said it first, that Filipinos are the Black Asians. But I digress. That wasn't what this video is about. Let me go ahead and get into what Robin said. When you want a white woman, but you say, "Go over here." Okay, so she said that's when you want a white woman, but you say instead, "I'm gonna go over there." Dating a Filipino or a Filipina is like wanting to date a white woman, but instead choosing to date a Filipina. That makes no fucking sense at all. If I want to date a white girl, I'm gonna date me a white girl. I don't give a fuck. I find some white girls to be attractive. Okay. I just happen to be probably more attracted to Filipinas. And I think the majority of the gentlemen in my audience can concur, right? So we can all probably agree that we all date within our preference, right? So Robin said it's like dating a white girl, but you don't want to date a white girl, so you're going to choose this girl. If any of you guys have ever seen Dave Chappelle's wife is every bit of Morena skin, right? She's a darker skin complexion Filipina. I mean, I don't need to bring up the picture. The picture of her is on my thumbnail for this particular live stream. You can see for yourself. Dave Chappelle's wife is every bit of a Morena skin Filipina, right? Nowhere near fucking white if you look at her. There is, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some Filipinas out there. There are some Filipinas out there that love that white skin, that puti. That shit right there is, puti, Puti. That is very, very prominent in the country. We all know about that. There are some Filipinas that love and desire and want to be white, and that's okay. You feel me? Don't care. Right? So Robin makes that statement, and I'm looking at this bitch like she's crazy. All right, let me see what else she said real quick. See if there was anything else to dissect from the video. From the video. From the, I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, they asked him if she spoke English. Of course, he said yes. Okay, and that is when Howard Stern gets into the conversation about, oh, that isn't a girl that you sent over. That isn't a girl that you sent over from Asian, likely referring to saying, is your wife a mail order bride? Likely hinting at the simple fact that asking Dave Chappelle if his wife is pretty much mail order. Now, I pretty much consider myself to be a pretty cool dude. I pretty much consider myself the type of guy. I don't really find myself pressed or concerned about anything else that nobody else says and or does. But there comes a time in every man's life where, bruh, it gets to the point where, man, don't you get tired of being shitted on for your preferences in life? Back in the day, it almost seemed like, oh, if you were a black dude dating a white girl, it was blasphemy, right? Let alone if you tell somebody that your girl is Filipino, they look at you like you crazy as hell. Like who? Was that what? It's almost like back then, man. If you said that you were dating a Filipino or a girl from Asia, motherfuckers look at you like sideways, like, where is that at? Right? Just plain fucking ignorance. So to say that the shade and shame that doesn't still exist today from way back when, you know better than that. It's just that that shade and shame that already has been taken to the next level. A lot of us within the community that I represent, we all date outside the race. It seems like that's both male and female, right? So there's really not consequence, but there's really no blame that can go for each side. But the simple fact is, it's almost like people come for your neck when they realize that who you're dating isn't what they thought or think that you should be dating. Let me say that again. When they believe that the person that you're dating is somebody that you shouldn't be dating, oh, they gonna come through strong. They gonna come through with the heavy hands. They're gonna come through with the shade like, oh yeah, that's who you date when you can't get a white girl, or that's who you date when you can't get a black girl. You just go for the Asian girl because you can't get one. Like, bro, I can't just want to date these women because these are women that I find to be attractive. These are women that I find myself compatible with. Nah, you can't date them because you're compatible, gentlemen. You have to date them because those are your last options. Really. I digress. So when people come at you with that shady and shame shit, like, no, I'm sorry, that's the shade part. The shame part come when they talk shit about, oh, you just mad, or oh, you with this person because you can't get this, or you can't get that, or you are this, or you are that. You're not strong enough. You're just weak. I love it when they say, you're just a weak man. That's why you're dating these women, because you're weak and you can't handle strong, independent women. I just can't date somebody because I find myself happy dating this particular person. No, that's blasphemy. There has to be a legitimate reason as to why I chose this woman over women from the West, right? And the reasons why I chose this woman are always negative. It's always the negative aspect. You chose this girl because you can't get with who you want. Oh, you chose this girl because women in the West rejected you. Oh, you chose this woman or because, they're this or they're that, and you just wish that you could get with somebody and you're just using them as place fillers and you're doing this and you're doing that. Bruh, I've heard it all. I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys have heard it all too. But it's a shame, in my opinion, when you come so hard at a dude, pause, when you go hard for no reason. Like you just can't accept the fact that a man chooses to date who they want to date, right? You can't just accept the fact that I just want to fuck with her and I don't want to fuck with you like that. No, that's too easy. That's too easy. But I really did feel though Robin felt away. Like when I was watching that video and the many times that I did watch that video, and I pray y'all watch it as many times as I did to hear what she had to say. The way she was saying that shit, she kind of felt away. I could tell she felt away. You could hear it in her voice. Like she put that smile on, but she seemed like she was one of them. She seemed like one of them types that that couldn't wait to say something negative about his girl because his girl won't black. Like she couldn't wait. Oh, you mean to tell me you're dating her? Okay. Oh, it's like dating a white girl though, right? It's like dating a white girl. No, motherfucker. Dating a Filipina is nothing like dating a white girl. If I wanted to date a white girl, trust me, I'll date a white girl. If I want to date a black chick, trust me, I'll date a black chick. If I want to date a woman from Laos or Laotian, if I want to date a Mexican or Latina young lady, if I want to date a girl from Colombia, if I want to date a girl from the Dominican Republic, if I want to date a girl from Africa, I will date that. I don't need to settle for second best of a race because that's kind of what Robin was saying. You're just settling for a Filipina girl. Matter of fact, like Dave Chappelle said, his girl, he met her in Brooklyn. They had a relationship. Baby girl don't even speak Tagalog. She doesn't. I'm pretty sure I've never heard her speak Tagalog, and she probably doesn't. But that's not the point. The simple point is she speaks good English, right? She speaks good English. Probably better English than Robin does, but yet and still, here we go with here we go with the counter arguments, and here we go with the jabs. I call them subtle jabs, right? When you're trying to fill the room. And if you watch the video, and I pray that you do many, many, many times, help the doc out with this one. When you watch it though, listen to Dave Chappelle's tone of voice though, because he sounded like he was about 2 seconds away from saying, "Look, motherfucker, you talk about my girl now. Y'all might want to fall back on that bullshit." Because it felt like he was trying to like hold it down because he could say, ha, nah, it's nothing like that. No, it's not like that. It sounded like my man wanted to really tell some people about themselves, but he couldn't. But that's my man's girl at the time. I don't think it was his wife, but it was his girlfriend. You feel me? So it's kind of like, bro, you can't really come down on my man's girl like that, because I would probably feel a way if somebody said some shit about my wife like that. If somebody said something about the mean ones, I can tell you right now, I probably would feel a way too. Like, oh, so your girl was mail order, huh? Like you just got her from a catalog or a magazine, right? Would that not make you feel away? Like you can't afford to go to the Philippines and find a chick of your own, so you had to you had to open up a catalog or order some catalog like like you're ordering something from Amazon or some shit just to get your girl. Come on, Pippin. Come on, man. So for me, watching that video as many times as I did after I posted it, it was very telling to me. And even back then, even before it was a thing, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that Dave Chappelle made it cool to date Filipinas or anything like that. I believe Thurgood Marshall's wife was also Filipina. I believe, there are popular Black and Filipino couples from back in the day. So I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that Dave Chappelle made it popular or anything, but the fact is, it felt like he had to take the brunt of it for no reason at all. For no reason at all, other than the simple fact that my man, all he did was choose the girl he wanted to be with. But now you hear all this extra shit in the background, you be like, come on, man. It seems like a brother just can't be with somebody, right? It seems like we just can't date who we want to date. There's always some subtle jabs in the background. People over here popping off at the mouth about what? The fact that, oh, you're just with them because of this, not just because you want to be, but you're always with somebody because you have no choice. Riddle me this, Batman. Whew, there's always some things in the background that kind of tip the scales, and this is one of them. This is one of those things. Now, again, I preface this video by saying I know that Howard Stern is known for making shocking statements or shocking content. I knew what Howard Stern was back in the day. Hell, I used to watch Howard Stern. Really in the middle of the night, man, when they used to blur out titties on TV and shit. That was me. I was the kid sitting in front of the television hoping somebody nipple popped out. Yeah, that was me. I was a kid. But I couldn't help it. So yes, I did watch Howard Stern. Right, the wet t-shirt contest, the bikini contest. He used to have porn stars, all kinds of shit. Bruh, I was there. But I kind of felt a way about the comments too. I'm like, damn, man, this is the way people think. Like, you just can't have a girl, or you just can't meet a girl in the United States who just so happens to be Asian. You had to mail order this chick to the United States. But welcome to the wonderful world that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that you're enjoying this video. And if you did, please feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. You already know what to do. Please make sure you drop that like. Make sure you caress, molest, and distress yourself all over that like button. And once it needs it, most definitely has to have it. If you guys want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed. You choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today, now and then. And hope that you guys are ready to get to work in the comment section, man. Don't hold back. All right. I don't want you to hold back. I need to hear everything that you feel prevalent to say. As long as YouTube doesn't block it, as long as it's appropriate to read it, I'll put it out there. But I'm definitely interested to hear of any personal experiences that you guys may have had about women trying to shade you or some shit. I'm definitely interested to hear about anything that you guys have to bring to the table, because I can't be the only one that feels a way about this one. I understand it was the 90s, guys. I'm not oblivious to that. I know we are, what, 20, 30 years removed just about from about the time that this particular content came out, at least 20 plus years removed. So I'm Gucci with that, but the fact is I still have to deal with that shit every day. You still got to deal with the simple fact that people want to shit on you for your dating preferences. Really, bitch? Come on, man. Y'all gotta outgrow this shit. I can care less who you date. Like, dead ass. You can date whoever the fuck you want to. Feel me? Mike, you were first in the building, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Philly boy, appreciate you. Yes, they do not want us to be happy. They don't just want us to be able to share in a positive relationship with somebody you actually fucking care about, or somebody you want to kick it with. Not to mention that probably back in the day, nobody probably wanted to look at you anyway. So they only want to look at you when you dating somebody else that they don't want to see you with. Huh. K Dallas, what's good with you? King Arthur, all the way from sunny San Diego. Appreciate you coming through. My man Tim, learning something new. I'm still learning something worldwide. 90% of it is probably shade. The other 10% is shade. I can agree with that. Yo, like my man Mike said, make sure you drop a like on this one, because we're going ham and we're definitely going in. All right, Red, I appreciate the two that you dropped for the good doc. I'm calling out anybody I see. My brother Earl Owens was good with you, bro. Appreciate y'all locking in with me tonight. My man said, I heard the term Black Asians well before Dave Chappelle. I'm pretty sure it probably was a common phrase way, way back then. I personally haven't heard of it because I guess that may have been before my time. So for me, the first time I ever heard it was Issa Rae, until I saw this video that showed that it predated the comment that Issa Rae put in that damn book. And yes, Robin was beyond ignorant. You couldn't be a black dude dating any other race in the 90s, it seemed like. So Dave Chappelle was a true trailblazer, ladies and gentlemen. Not only was he a comedy genius and a comedy legend, we're talking about a true trailblazer today, in the world today, for sure, man. My man said she was trying to say Dave couldn't get a white woman. See, there you go. That was probably what I missed right there. So basically, in her comments, without saying it, but saying it, yeah, you probably couldn't get a white chick if you wanted to, so you had to settle for the Asian girl. Look at you. That a damn shame. My man said they call them hood Asians. That's probably close, close enough. He says confused in the 90s and still confused. Welcome to the wonderful 2020s and all this shit right here, man. This is crazy. My man Stephen Boone, what's good with you, bro? He says, you know, when men have preferences, there is a problem, or you are misogynistic. Ah, you're such a misogynist. They gonna me too your ass, bro. If you ain't careful, you gotta be careful. you know, I feel like it's interesting that, you don't have too much of that Me Too shit happening in the Philippines at all. They ain't trying to fuck with you like that. They remain the types of women that they were before we came into the country and the like. It's just that you are not allowed to have preferences, my guy. You're not. You're just it's bawal, it's not allowed. It's just prohibited. It's everything. You are not allowed to have a preference, gentlemen. The reason you're not allowed to have a preference is because heaven forbid you date somebody that you want to and not who people believe you should be with. Heaven forbid you date somebody that you genuinely want to fuck with and avoid the bitches you don't want to be with. Oh, you're everything under the sun. You're misogynistic, you're this, you're that, you're bigoted, you're so chauvinistic and all of that shit. And they'll go ham on you with the quickness. And they will not let up, gentlemen. They will not let up. Yo, 22 in the building, man. I appreciate y'all locking in, man. You know the rules. Likes up. Likes are mandatory. Support is optional, but likes are definitely mandatory. All right. My man says I love mocha skin color of the Filipinas. Yeah, most people do prefer morena skin Filipinas. Like I can honestly, if I polled everybody today, and I think I've already done a poll like that, if I polled you all out today, I'm pretty sure the majority would probably go for the more morena darker skin complexion of a Filipina than probably the whiter skin complexions. My man Jerome's good with you, bro. He says most of the women in the states got a side chick mindset who wants to make a stripper a wife. Definitely the pink elephant. Yeah, nobody wants to make a stripper a wife. Um, I've learned only recently, and this is because I've been so removed from United States culture and politics for so long. I only realized a few years ago about the mentality of most females and how they really do carry themselves in a manly type lifestyle, trying to do what men do. And I'm not saying that all men do this, but trying to have as many dudes as possible. They call that shit like hot girl summer or whatever the fuck you want to call it, wherein you get it in with as many as you want to when you're young, and then as you get older, before you hit the wall, you try to settle down, right? But when you hit that wall and you realize nobody want to fuck with you, now all of a sudden it's a problem. And it's not the fact that they're the problem, it's the fact that you're the problem. You want to know why you're the problem? Because you don't want to fuck with them, right? You don't want to fuck with them. You're the problem because you don't want to fuck with them. You're the problem, dude, not her. Not the fact that she has a body count beyond belief. That don't mean shit, right? Not the fact that her body count is probably tenfold. Because you don't want to mess with me because I'm strong. You don't want to mess with me because I'm this. You don't want to mess with me because of this, that, and the other. No, bitch, I just don't want to mess with you because I'm afraid of what I might catch. But nobody want to say that part, right? Nobody want to say that part. Nobody want to talk about body counts. We talked about the body counts when we were talking about why foreigners choose to date younger women. Hopefully, when you catch them at a younger age, their body count is slim to none or minimal at best. But as they age and they go through these hot girl summer phases or whatever the fuck they want to call it, and you sit there and you trying to get it in with all these dudes and you trying to live your best life like you actually is a dude getting dicked down by as many dudes as you possibly can. And then after you finish, you think that somebody like me is going to want to fuck with you. And you find out that we over here in Asia getting it in. Oh, the disrespect. How dare we? Right? How dare we over here fucking with other bitches that we actually want to fuck with, right? How dare we do that? How dare we not take the stripper and make her into a wife? How dare we not take the chick with a thousand body counts underneath her belt right now? How dare we not give baby girl an opportunity? How dare we take our talents to the Philippines? Blasphemy, bro. It's fucking blasphemy. How dare we do that? My man said come through like Charles Barkley in the lane. Facts, man. Or you just can't handle our kind. They say all kinds of shit, bro. He said you can't handle strong independent woman. That he said that is their go-to. Oh, you can't handle me. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. Look at you. You a boy. I need a man. Oh, and let them not have kids. Oh, let them have kids and let you have kids. Hey, you try to fuck with them. Nah, I can't deal with a dude with kids. Oh, what, bitch? You can't deal with me because I got kids, but you over here with fucking a whole, bruh. You got a whole clan next to you, like 5 kids and shit. And most of us wouldn't give them a chance, but just hypothetically saying, they don't want to deal with you if you ain't got kids. And heaven forbid, this is the coup de grace right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, 22 in the building, likes up. Don't play with me. 22 in the building, guys. Drop a like. Doc would appreciate that one because we are going in tonight. 20 plus, and I want to keep it rocking at 20 plus. But here's the coup de grace. Here's the icing on the cake, right? These women have such high standards for men, but heaven forbid we have standards for the women that we want to fuck with, right? Heaven forbid we want a chick that's body count is negative if we possibly could. Heaven forbid we just want a woman to, fall in line, be cool with the team, be down with the squad, do what she can for the team. Heaven forbid we actually have standards. Heaven forbid us gentlemen actually have standards in the women that we want to fuck with, right? Oh, but women can talk about all day long about, yo, you gotta be 6 foot, you gotta be ripped, you gotta be that. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc is every bit of 5'8", 5'9" on a good day, bro, depending on what type of shoes I'm wearing. I'm telling you, I'm not a tall dude at all, right? I've never been shunned away from my height, but some girls do look at you different when you are the same height as them. Like they look down on you. Like, come on, bro. So height. Let's start with there. You got to be chiseled, like you were etched from stone. Like my name is Idris Elba. I wish I did look like that motherfucker, but I don't look like Idris, man. Look, the ball complete. Look, these dimples, this smile, this bald head is pretty much all you're gonna get from me. I'm not gonna talk about the lower extremities because you should already know, ladies, pause, gentlemen. But I'm saying, heaven forbid we have standards for the women that we want, but or heaven forbid they have standards, but we come back and talk about the standards we want, and they standards and they don't meet our standards. So now we're the ones that are in the wrong, right? You can't say anything negative about women nowadays, bro. They be over here fucking crying and shit. Like, how dare you make me feel bad about myself? Bitch, did you not just tell me I was short, I was ugly, I was bald, that nobody wants me, that I'm fat, that I'm chubby, that my penis is small? So you can say all that shit about me. Heaven forbid I say anything about you. You start crying and shit. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Heaven forbid men have standards, bro. Heaven forbid we have standards, man. That strong independent content is just ridiculous. SMA says, a Filipina I knew asked me why black men date outside our race. I said, why do you have a white husband? There you go. Answer your own question, boo. If you can answer your own question, that'll tell you everything you need to know about why us men choose to date outside of our own race. I can tell you a million reasons why Filipinas date outside of their own race. I don't need to do that. My girl has given me a laundry list of the reasons why she don't really fuck with her own kind. And it's not that she has anything against them. It's just that's not what she's into anymore. Yeah, you can outgrow it. Like, I do believe that you can actually outgrow it. Me, I tell you guys time and time again, Doc ain't never shied away from it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am equal opportunist, my dude. I don't care what your race is, boo. You can be dark as me. You can be as pale as you want to be. All right. I don't give a shit. I don't have color preferences. I bitch, if I was Stevie Wonder, I wouldn't see color. But I'm telling you, I don't care what your color is. That don't really press me. If you look good, you just look good. You feel me? If you look good, you just look good. I can't help that the girl that I ended up, or the lady that I ended up with, is more or less on the whiter skinned end of the Filipino race. That isn't by design. That isn't by the fact that she's using a whitening lotions intentionally to become whiter. It's just the simple fact that that's just what she looks like. And it is what it is, right? But again, if anybody ever asks you why you date outside your own race, ask them the exact same question and see what kind of answer they get. He says, I've always been interested. Oh, arrested. I think that meant interested in Asian women. The first time I saw a Japanese woman on TV as a child, I was hooked. Bro, you sound too much like me because I told you, man, I moved to Okinawa, Japan when I was like 10. I was captivated by my only Japanese classmate. She was the cutest little thing in the world to me. Boy, had my heart from day one. So yeah, I can feel that vibe. He said that strong, independent woman bull disappears real quick when that wall is looming and they are single with the damn cat. Oh, crazy cat lady, love. Crazy cat lady. My man, brother Dan, what's good with you? Shouting out Richmond, VA. My man says, I don't want a strong woman. I want a feminine one. Definitely. Problem number one, a couple isn't supposed to see themselves as independent. Number two, the problem is the mindset. Agree 100%. The only thing that needs handling is a nuclear weapon and toxic chemicals. Yes, because I shouldn't have to deal with that bullshit. And you shouldn't have to deal with that shit either, man. Filipinos have the same thing. They look down on Penites that date Indians. That is true. 100% true. Yeah, people do look at Filipinos differently when they date Indian guys. That is a story for another day. I have always been attracted to Asian looks. Okay, that's yeah, Asian women for sure, for sure. Me too. Uh, Asia, how you doing, baby? She says, couldn't agree more. Most Penites do not like Indian men. Yes, there has been a whew, man, that is a conversation for another day, love. But yes, there is definitely a vibe when it comes to Filipinos who opt to date Indian men and the shade and shame that they get for doing so. People do look at them away. It sucks. It truly does because you hate to be the one being that person, but sometimes people do find themselves being that people. I guess I can't feel bad because I'm pretty sure that when my girl started dating me, people probably asked her, "Why are you dating the black guy?" Right? I can almost guarantee she, if I could ask her right now if she ever showed up in the chat, I'm pretty sure she got questions as to why she was dating the black guy. Not to mention that I'm entertaining as fuck and I love to have fun and I get it in and and our vibe works. I'm pretty sure somebody asked those questions. Oh, why are you with the black dude? Like you could have dated some white guy probably, but why did you choose the black guy? So it's not as if people aren't gonna question who you're with if it's anybody outside of white. Ironically, I do believe that a Filipina has never been questioned about why she was dating a white man. And anybody in the chat that knows of anybody like that and can corroborate that, I would love to hear. But I've never come across a situation where I've ever heard of a Filipina being questioned about why she was dating a white guy. Yes, they've probably been questioned about why would you choose an Indian dude or why would you choose a black dude. They've probably never been questioned about why they choose anybody Asian, which includes China, Korean, and also Japanese. You're probably never questioned for those as well. All right. I'm interested. I'm intrigued by that one. Let me know. 23 in the building, guys. Make sure you drop a like for the good doc, man. If you want to support, please feel free. But I'm happy and blessed you come through and get this in with the boy tonight because we are no holds barred, gentlemen. We are definitely no holds barred. Give me a second. I'm trying to make my way through the chat, guys. My man Jerome says, keep the kids away after the breakup. Grab child support when it is not needed. Wearing fake everything. He said, I could go on forever. True that. I don't need any of that in my life, bro. I damn sure don't need any of that. He said, I had hella ex-girlfriends flip out when word got out that I was going to marry a Filipina that I met online. Shoot, they tried to start crap with my wife after we were married. That sounds so accurate, gentlemen. That sounds so accurate. I think one of my well, see, me personally, I don't really talk too much about my lady around anybody around here, right? Because I promise you this. Okay, you can take my word for this one. I will put everything on this that I love. I believe in defending myself. All right, Doc will defend himself to the end, and I will defend my young lady into the end. And I promise you, if you think for 1 second that I'm just gonna let you hit my girl or try to pick fights with my young lady, and I'm not gonna step in, you got the wrong one. Okay, I have no problem, zero problems defending my young. Will fuck somebody up if I got to. Okay, because that's not fair. Just because you feel a way about who I choose to rock with, just because you feel a way because you and your feelings and shit, don't mean that I'm gonna sit there and just let you like fuck with my girl like that, right? I don't care if you female or not. You can take my word for that. If you try to touch my girl and shit, it's gonna be an issue and a problem. I've never had anybody bring that energy around me, but then again, I don't bring my girl around people at all. Simply because if it does have to go down that way, I'm ready because I have to be. But I can see people trying to start issue or take issue with who you choose to date. And it doesn't even really matter so much about who you choose to date. It's just a simple fact they don't want to see you happy, and they damn sure don't want to see you with anybody. So it's not the fact that your girl is Asian, or it's not the fact that your girl is this, that, and the other. I just think that it's the simple fact that it's somebody else that's not them that got them in their feelings. That has them trying to come at you sideways for no unearthly reason other than the simple fact they just mad because they wish they had that position. So I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers on TV. I'm sorry, on TV on YouTube the other day, and he said something that was interesting. Women want to be the ones to break up with the guys. Most women can't accept the fact that a guy will break up with them. So it has to be the woman that makes the decision to leave, not the guy. That's why you see them acting hysterical. That's why you see them acting a fucking fool. That's why you see them doing all of this extra shit because they want to be the ones to break up. So when you get away scot free or you get away clean and they see you in a relationship with somebody else, like I said, they don't want to see you happy. They damn sure don't want to see you with anybody else because it could have been anybody else that you're with. But that same woman that whoever you being seen with, they gonna give her that same energy, bro. So the fact that people want to fight your girl is bullshit, but I can see that. My man said Robert was joking. Stay with your own kind. Ha. Well, I don't know, man. Robin was fucking throwing jabs, shades, all kind of shit. She thought she was funny though. Yeah, we got jokes tonight. Men aren't to date young women of other ethnicities, so said bitter women and hate mongers. Hey, Stefan, I appreciate you, brother. He said showing some love on the neuro side. Don't spend it all in one place, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you locking in, man. But for sure, nah, I'm not gonna spend it nowhere. I promise. That shit gonna go back into the channel. I'm probably gonna buy me some Shiba Inu, probably, because Sheeb has been jumping through the gym today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Shiba Inu, but it's a good time to be alive, man. He says there are bad apples in every race. That is very true. I will never sit here and tell you that there aren't bad Filipinos. You're right. In every race and country, in my opinion, America runs the yard by far, though. They truly do. Hot girl summer, aka whole process, whole tendencies, 100%. Someone once did a rap song about him being in love with a stripper. Shout out to my man T Pain. Yeah, that was T Pain. He's in love with his strippers. He said, "What if you did choose her because you couldn't get what you wanted, just like she chose you because she couldn't get the man that she wanted? Now you're even." Hey, it's a win-win if you ask me. If that is the case, if that is the case, well, guess what? Hey, win-win, 100%. That is definitely a win-win situation. Depends on how you look at it, my boy. Depends on how you look at it. He said body counts, attitudes, uncooperative, masculine energy, the list goes on and on. Many reasons why we opt to date away from these women. My man Daniel Tanner was good. He says the crew is back. He said, "What's up, everyone? Appreciate y'all coming through." Yo, 26 in the building, man. Y'all make sure you drop a like for the good doc, man. Y'all make sure y'all caress molest and stretch yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to have it. If you guys want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now you're done. We're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are just coming into the building, we are talking about the shade and shame that we get for dating women outside of our own race and outside of our own culture. The shit we get for dating Filipinas, or the shit we get for dating anybody that's not who that woman or these people believe we should be dating. There's always going to be somebody who got something to say. Most of the time, I can ignore them. Actually, 99.9% of the time, I can ignore you because I don't care what you got to say. Like, dead ass, I could care less who you care about who I'm dating, right? Unless you're trying to throw me them draws, I could care less what you got to say, right? I digress. Let me not say that out loud. You never know who's listening, but it's just the truth, man. I don't care about what you really have to say because you already have to have the expectation that somebody gonna have something negative to say about who you date. You just have to believe that it's gonna come, and when you believe that it's gonna come, there should never be anything that surprises you. In the end, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, there should never be anything that surprises you anymore. He says, I saw your favorite YouTuber. She has some females that acted like they lived in the West. The poison is spreading. There were over 30. So the wall is coming. Oh, don't see. Why do you have to talk about my favorite YouTuber, man? Come on. Doc was having a great day, and you just kind of you made it better though. You made it better because yeah, man, when the wall comes, ladies and gentlemen, you're no longer desired. See, I tell people this all the time, man. I genuinely have nothing but love for my female Filipina YouTube counterparts. I have no love, I have no ill will and malicious intent against any of them. You know that. But I often think, what's going to happen when you're no longer the one that people want to fuck with, right? What happens when you're no longer that bitch, for lack of a better term, that chick that all these guys want to come to and support and watch their videos? What happens when you no longer are the one and some up and coming young tenderoni? Because I don't know where tenderoni came from, but that tenderoni, that's what people used to say, tenderoni. When the young tenderoni come around and take your spot. Because the thing is, females believe that they spot is irreplaceable. They think they like that Beyonce song, "You Irreplaceable." Oh, you in the wrong business if you think that these guys can replace you with the quickness. If you no longer tickle the pickle, my love, they gonna go to the next. They gonna go to somebody else who gonna tickle it a little bit, a little bit harder, right? So I often give the advice, man. I hope you're doing good things with your money. That's all I tell them. I'd be like, I hope that you're doing great things with the money that these guys are spending on you, whether it be through PayPal, whether it be through Super Chat, whether it be through Patreon, whatever you got set up to get, whatever funnels I should say you got set up for yourself. I sincerely hope that you're doing good things with your money because I promise you this, the day is going to come when you're no longer the one. The day is going to come when you're no longer the one. And I say this with all sincerity, man, because I know how Filipinos are, man. You give money to the family, you give money to this person, that person. You never look out for yourself. You don't know how to invest or you don't invest well. Whatever it may be, you find yourself asked out. And as a result, nobody want to fuck with you no more. So those views don't hit like they used to. Those comments don't come through like they used to. Those super chats don't come through like they used to. And then you run a channel like mine, right? And then you're stuck with a channel like me, right? With a little count and shit, you know. But I say this, I say that to say this: if you're not aware of how to make your money work for you, which is why I want to teach a financial class to my Filipinas. I swear to God, I really have been just dying on the inside to make a financial class for just people on how to manage their money because I've really been focused on that for the last longest. And I often think about how well will it translate me being the foreigner trying to give Filipinos advice. Maybe it'll probably feel like it'll come through a whole lot better if it comes from somebody who's Filipino. So I tried to create the content so that somebody who is Filipino can deliver it. I tried everything, thought about everything. Like I said, I am the curator. I've desired to be the curator of a whole bunch of these channels with girls doing bikini haul videos and everything. I promised to make some girls blow up, and I probably could. But that's another story for another day. So I have volunteered my services to help Filipinos manage their money, and try to teach them how to put things in certain places and how to allocate it so that you make sure that when your time is up, you know what I'm saying, you good. See, but the thing is, I don't know how many of these Filipinos are even looking for love. You see, so me and my man Mike, I know we had a live stream a while back. I don't know if it was on my channel or his, but we had a conversation about how we would never date Filipino YouTubers. We might smash or we might hook up, but that's about as much as it could ever be because they're so used to having these guys thirst over them and all of that shit. So the type of things that they do to get these guys to thirst over them, I kind of feel like it's unbecoming of a woman at times. I'm not going to say that everything that they do is unbecoming because that's not fair. But sometimes I feel like some of the things that they do can be unbecoming of especially somebody that's supposed to be the good doc's wife or the good doc's girl. You know what I mean? So I've often said you might be fun to just hook up with, but it'll never be a dateable thing. because you're going to focus more on the channel and the money that comes in. And who am I to come in and say, oh, don't focus on your financials, focus on me? That's some female shit, right? So I can't even stop you even if I wanted to. Matter of fact, I'd have to be the one behind the scenes encouraging it. But then again, I have to sit there and accept the fact that these guys are seeing what should only be seen by me, right? If you're mine, I don't think that my girl should be wearing a thong ass bikini on a fucking video and shit and making Lego videos. Shout out to my man Charles Merchant for introducing me to Lego videos. My man, hope he hears this part because he introduced me to something I ain't never heard of before. But you out here making Lego videos, Lego challenge videos and shit. I don't know how I feel about that. So baby girl, if you don't know how to do the good things with your money, your time will eventually run out when it does, and you're done living your hot girl summer, and you think somebody gonna try to scoop your ass up because you old and shit, you don't lost your mind, love. Maybe somebody will, but it ain't gonna be who you want though. I can guarantee you that. He said, "Woman like a damn bullet thinks she's a nine." And has super high standards, and it's definitely hella funny. Yeah, they do be looking hella rough out there in these streets, bro. White, what do you think about dark Filipinas wanting, excuse me, dark Filipinas wanting white men over black men? How do I feel about it? I don't care about it because I often say this, and I say this more times than not. Filipinas are opportunistic, right? I believe Filipinas are opportunistic. So if you are the morena, that caramel brown skin complexion that's just so goddamn beautiful, right? If that's your lifestyle, if that's your vibe, let me tell you something, love. The opportunity that you're gonna get is gonna come when you least expect it. So if you're gonna sit there and wait around for the white man to come around and see you, but you got a brother right in front of you, are you gonna really sit there and wait for the white dude, or are you gonna take what is right in front of you? That's just the hypothetical. Again, I ain't trying to separate us by race. Y'all be all right, just chill. Let me get through it. But let's keep it a buck and a half, gentlemen. We are all opportunistic. We are opportunistic by nature. I'm gonna tell you right now. I gave you this analogy. I told you before, and I'll say it again. If I was on an online dating site and I was chatting up Sofia Vergara, right? Somebody who looked badass like Sofia Vergara, right? And I was chatting her up and I was waiting for her to come, she was waiting for me to come over there. And I happened to, just trip into a situation with somebody who looked like Jennifer Lopez. You think that I'm going to pass up on J-Lo because I've been talking to Sophia? Do you think that I'm going to pass up on J-Lo because I've been talking to Sophia? Hell no. I'm gonna tell you the truth, gentlemen. Same rules apply to Filipinos, man. Just because you might want the white man or whatever it may be, you're gonna sit there and actually wait for him. If you have a good gentleman that's standing right in front of you who may not fit your bill, you are really betting on your beauty, though. I believe that if a girl passes up on you, you are betting on your beauty. You are betting on that fact that that man is gonna come through clutch for you. And whoo, that's a tough bet, love. That's all I'm gonna say. That is a tough bet. But hey, if you feel like you got it like that, you can be whoever you want to and be with whoever the fuck you want to be with. Because guess what? Doc's feelings ain't hurt. I'm gonna still live my best life. I'm still gonna get laid. That's the problem. People think that I'm still not gonna get ass. Like, if you say no to me, I'm still gonna get laid. That's the truth. All right. And the truth shall set us all free. So if you don't want to give it up, somebody else will. And if you believe that your pussy is lined with gold and that I'm gonna sit around and wait for it just to maybe get a chance to see it or to smell it or to touch it, who you think you're talking to? First of all, I don't need your shit. If you feel your shit is that high quality, love, I don't need it that bad. Cause then you're gonna try to hold it over a man's head. And at that point, it's kind of like stupid. Like, I ain't about to waste my time with your ass. Big facts. You think I'm gonna sit there and pass up on J Lo waiting for Sofia Vergara? Hell no. Nah. If J Lo right here, J Lo gonna get that work. I digress. All right, yo. I hope you guys are dropping your likes, man, because we going in tonight. He says, since I started focusing on Filipino women, every black woman I met, it's always let's go get some weed and EJ when the fuss want to fight. Nah, saying it's all bad, but it's almost every day with black women. Depends on the women you're dealing with, but I can see where that comes from. Shout out to my man Jamal. What's good with you, bro? He says this one since I was getting to know saw a Filipina get in my DMs and she flipped the fuck out. That sounds about right. The sister took my phone and cursed her out. She knew it wasn't me and laughed when I told her what happened. Tell her, man. People getting their feelings, man. Yeah, man. That Shiba Inu going to the moon, bro. Shout out to all of my Sheeb holders. I got mine. You better get yours. Philly, what's good with you, man? He says a little bit off topic, but what specific location do you miss the most in the Philippines? I miss IT Park in Cebu. What specific location do I miss the most? It's a good one, man. It's hard. I mean, I'm a Davao dude, man. So anywhere in Davao, that's pretty much my vibe, bro. I like Davao. I can't help it. I just miss being in the Philippines. Period. It's not so much a specific location, It's like my man says, don't exert emotions to people you don't care about. And I don't care about a lot of people, bro. So I barely exert any emotion at all. I pay zero attention to. I'm trying to figure out what that said. I'm sorry, man. That don't care about what you think. I feel you, bro. He said, you already know. I'm sorry, I'm skipping shit. Give me a second. I'm running it back. My man says, you already know what's going to you know what's going on when they hit the wall. They'll find a stable old trick. You know what it is, man. It's the truth, man. Like I said, when they hit the wall, I hope they got a plan. Because that wall hit different, bro. Shout out to my man Frank Ellis. Yeah, that's in the road. That was a Bobby Brown for Mr. Telephone Man. My man Chaz, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you locking in. Yo, 21 in the building, man. Don't forget to drop your like. If you haven't already dropped your like, you're lacking. All right? We don't ask for much. Just make sure you drop a like, man. Don't date single moms or Filipino YouTubers. Oh, we just have fun, man. It's life, man. It's nothing to be taken in. It's nothing to be taken to heart, though. We just out here cutting up for no reason at all. Filipino YouTubers, man. It's not a good relationship vibe. Some people may feel different about it. I just don't. These are white people trying to get brown and Filipinos trying to get white. Ain't that about a bitch? You bet your ass, man. Filipinos are always trying to get with the white guy and the. I think that's the opposites attract thing, Frank. Let me just say something about that. I just feel like that's the opposites attract thing. Most white guys want to date dark skinned Filipinos. I'm not mad at you for that, right? I'm not mad at you for it. It is pretty much an opposites attract type of thing, in my opinion. Either way, I could care less. Get yours, and I'm gonna get mine. Let's just keep it at that, man. Oscar, I appreciate you, man. Doc gonna put some. I'm getting me some Sheeb, man. Do not play with me. I'm about to bank on Shiba Inu. I've been hearing some things, man. She about to go to the moon, bitch. Get out the way. Yes, sir. I'm about to put me some more. I appreciate it though, Fred. Oscar, I appreciate it, bro. For sure, for sure. But yeah, gentlemen, all females hit the wall. We know this, right? This isn't a secret. This isn't a trade secret. Doc is not sitting there acting as if this is him divulging some truths that we don't already know. All women hit the wall. Every female on earth hits the wall. The beautiful thing about us men, ladies, no disrespect, but the beautiful thing about us men is we age like fine wine, gentlemen. The older we get, the more attractive I feel we get. Not all of us, but the majority of us. I feel like the older we get, the more attractive we get. The more women want us. Why? Because we're now probably in an area or a stage in our life where we're providing stability and security and all of the things that women want, period. So we're already a leg up when we're younger, and as we age, that leg up just seems to separate us from the pack, gentlemen. I'm Gucci, man. I think that the way that I am trying to set my life up for the long term is going to put me in a position to be valuable forever. We had to get shout out to Kevin Samuels and everybody else who coined the phrase of high value men. High value men is definitely a term that is dependent specifically upon how you feel about yourself, but I consider myself to be a very valued person. High value, maybe not, but valuable nonetheless. I know my worth. And right now, instead of me trying to fixate on my worth, I'm trying to focus on my net worth. And my network is my net worth, which means if I don't keep you in my circle, I don't need you around because you're not making me money or you're not helping to provide or give me the energy needed to get me to the next levels. You feel me? So I could care less whether women fuck with me or women don't fuck with me. Aside from the fact I got my young lady and my girl already knows what it is. You feel me? So when we get older or as we age, I kind of feel like my value is only going to increase. I'm okay with that. You should be okay with it too. I know a lot of gentlemen right now. I wish Chosen One was in the building because he was the first time we ever had a conversation about Shiba Inu. He was not happy. He wasn't sad, but he wasn't happy because I believe that his investment in Shiba was not going anywhere. Matter of fact, I need to give one big shout out to my man. I wish he was in the chat tonight. I just can't pronounce his name. I think it's Amnesis or whatever. I know his icon when I see it because he was the first person to ever introduce me to Sheep. He was the first person that said, "Yo, man, if Sheep hits 1 penny, I'm rich, bitch." And I was laughing. And that day when he told me that, I bought Sheep. I bought some. And we're talking about the 7 range. Not the 7 range it is now, but the 7 range before that. I'm trying to figure out what range that was. I think that might have been, yeah, 507. 5 zeros and the 7. That was when I first bought it. So you know your boy is just chilling right now. I'm just trying to see where this damn thing goes. But the thing is, talking about investments and how I'm valuing myself and how things are going to happen for me as I age, I feel like I'm setting myself up to be valuable forever, right? The same thing is not going to be for women. Let's keep it a buck, man. They don't always age well. It ain't got nothing to do with looks, man. It's just they don't always age well, bro. So, however, y'all do what y'all do that. You can hate me because I can promise you, when I'm 50 years old, when I'm 60 years old, when I'm 70 years old, when I'm 80 years old, I bet you I can still pull me a 25-year-old. I bet you I'll still be able to pull me a 30-year-old and a good looking 30-year-old. I won't go for 18 because I feel like by the time I'm 80, that just looks really, really weird. But for damn sure, I'll date me a 30-year-old if I was single, of course. So for me, I already know because the way that I look at life, I look at my father. I love my dad. My dad's my OG, man. Love that man to death. And he taught me a lot of shit. I've come to the channel and I've told you a lot of things that my father has shared with me in life, right? But I look at him, I look at how he's aging, and I look at how he maneuvers at his age, and I can say, you know what? Now I see why he still got it. You feel me? Whenever you look at the people, and I'm not gonna say because I admire him, he's still my dad, but when you look at the way people maneuver in life, and you realize how he's set up, you know what I'm saying? My dad's a disabled veteran. Check. My dad's retired. Check. My dad getting money. Check. Fishing every day. That's all that man does. He fishing or fishing. We fishing or shooting. That's all we do. So when I see the way that my man has built himself up, and I know he wants to be in the Philippines right now, he itching. It's gonna come. I'll be like, yo, man, I can see myself living a life just like that. But not only just like that, but better. So I got something to model myself afterwards as I age. You know what I'm saying? And he's been putting it in my head, man, Mike, you need to save your money. You need to I was the first one in my family that really was big on investments. I can't even lie. I was the first one that really went in on the investment part. But real talk, he's always been big on doing good things with your money. And that's all I care about. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. And I want you guys to go along with me on the ride, man. That's all I can say. Because we're gonna be valuable regardless, man. He says, have you ever experienced other foreigners getting mad, jealous when you speak to their girl in their language? When you speak, I've never see. Well, I'll be honest with you, bro. I've never talked to anybody's girl that I was aware it was their girl. So if it ever happened, it was something that I was unaware of. And I've learned over time that nobody approaches me like that. Nobody wants the smoke. Not because I'm a bad dude, not because I'm this gangster thug motherfucker. No, they just don't want the smoke. Like they do not fuck with me at all. If anything, they get mad at they female though. They know who not to fuck with. They know who not to fuck with. They'll get mad at their girl before they get mad at me, and they know they damn sure better, because it's not my fault that your girl didn't tell me that she had a man. You see? So now you need to pick your fights a little better. So you can get mad at me for talking to your girl, but if I'm unaware that that's your girl, you need to get mad at her for not making it abundantly clear that that was your girl. You see me? I ain't gonna fucking talk to your girl in front of you. That's just disrespectful, right? If I know that's your chick, that's just rude. So I won't do that. But if I'm unaware, why do you think I'm gonna stop having that conversation? So you got to check your female before you check any other dude. And I believe that people know that. And again, I'm all about respect, man. I ain't gonna come at you with no sideways stuff because that's not fair. Especially when it was something I'm unaware of. I'm not gonna fuck with no chick that I know has a dude like right there. If your man's is in your general vicinity, right? If your man's is right there next to you or anywhere nearby, or you tell me your man is somewhere in the mall when I'm trying to talk to you, I'll back off, right? Because that's not fair. I feel like that's mad disrespectful. I don't want you that bad. There's too much of the girls I can fuck with. I don't need to fuck with a girl that's already fucking with somebody. Now, on the flip side, if you give me your number still and you try to hit me up on the low still, that ain't my problem right there. That's when, you still try to fuck on the low. And that's when you start to realize these hoes ain't loyal. The end. So I don't know, man. It's just I personally back off of females that I know are with their guy. Or if it's made abundantly clear to me, that's when I know I need to back off. Because that's not fair. He says, besides your father, who are your role models? My older brother, my father, and my older brother. That's the only two people I fuck with. Everybody else, actually, let me take that back. I wouldn't call role models, people I don't want to say idolize, but people that I look up to, my older brother and my dad. But I have had conversations with my YouTube brethren that I've actually been able to cultivate a respectable relationship with people outside of the tube, where I've been able to say, yo, these people are imparting some damn good wisdom that I think I need to take into consideration. So I will say that. I will say that there are people outside of the tube that I've been able to cultivate great relationships with. Not necessarily in a role model stance, but people that have been able to provide great information and also provide me with like a plethora of different video content ideas. They're like, yo, Doc, have you ever talked about this? I think this would be a dope topic for you to cover. I think you could really hit on some really key points. So I kind of look at it like like this, like a partnership, the way that I have with my people on the tube. But as far as role model types, definitely my dad and my older brother. Nobody else. Right? Because these were the people that I knew from Jump Street, with the exception of the people I fuck with now. But these are the people that I knew from Jump Street had my best interest at heart, and they would never fuck me over. That's the reason why I give them the respect that they deserve, aside from the fact that they're my OGs. But I knew that they would never give me ill-timed advice, ever. Right? They will always do what's best for me or what they believe to be best for me. So as a result, that's why I hold them in high regard. And even if I did fuck up, these are the people I know would help me fix it, or they would always have my back. So that's blood. And you can't really go against blood. Now, not everybody has great relationships with their people, but I can honestly say I have fantastic relationship with my people. So that's why I respect them or hold them in high regard than I probably hold anybody else. When am I buying my next gun? That's a great question. I have been looking for a 380. That's gonna probably be my next one. I need something small and compact, so I'll probably end up getting another. I probably end up getting a 380. I think a 380 is dope. It's pocket size. I can fit that thing just about anywhere, and it'll go hard. So it'll probably be a 380 for sure. But when I'm getting it, I don't know. I get a Christmas bonus at the end of the year. Maybe I'll drop some ends on it when I get my Christmas bonus. He says, I was really shocked, dogs, that Kevin Samuels doesn't have a postal. Travel Brothers in the Passport Life. Master teacher had to. I wouldn't say homie checked him, but I definitely saw that he did have to say something about the situation. It's interesting to me that he did do that poll though. where you would travel to and all of that stuff. I saw the poll, and it is interesting that he's only on that wave now. But hey, like I said, that brother's been in his own zone and he been killing it. He ain't worried about us. But hey, man, it is interesting. But and the thing about Kevin Samuels is he seems like he's hella cultured. Like he looks like he goes places. Even if he doesn't, he damn sure plays the part. You feel me? So we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, I I can't call it, man. He said, since you're big on investment, do you look up to people like Warren Buffett and Dave Ramsey? Do I look up to people like Warren Buffett and Dave Ramsey? I admire their fundamentals, but I've learned that their stock picking and the way that they go about investing has been dated just a little bit. I've learned that the way that they invest is a little bit dated. So I'm listening to people like Keenan Grace. I fuck with Keenan Grace a lot. I like Keenan. I do. Not saying that's the only person. I listen to Keenan Grace. I listen to this dude named Jasprit Singh. He owns the Minority Mindset YouTube channel. My man look every bit of Indian. Like my man got the turban and the beard and everything. I fuck with him. So I listen to these guys. And it's not so much that I listen to them for my everyday advice, but I like them because I know they're younger and I know that they're within my investment range. Like they're on par with where I'm at in my life and how I choose to invest. And, if you hear Warren Buffett talk about cryptocurrency, he talks about it, or at least he did. He talks about it like it's the devil. Him and his boy Charlie Munger talk about cryptocurrency like it's the devil. Crypto ain't gonna never be nothing. But motherfuckers is millionaires younger than me fucking with crypto. So something's gotta be there, right? So for me to listen to everything that they say, I'm Gucci. But their fundamentals, I fuck with that. Definitely their fundamentals is dope. But me, I'm not heavy into cryptocurrency, but I play around with it enough to know that this could be something special. I do enough research on it to know that certain altcoins have potential to be awesome. I know my man JH, he's not here today, but he's big on Anchor and I think he's big on Sheeb too. But we've all been on Sheeb. Sheeb has been on the radar for months now. So for any of us who got in when we were talking about it a couple months back, yo man, blessings on blessings on blessings. But when I hear the way Buffett talks about crypto and stuff, I can't rock with it because I don't agree. Um, and Warren Buffett's fundamentals are there. Read the spreadsheets, know the cash inflows, know the cash outflows, read financial statements and all of that jazz so that I can see where they're looking to build towards and I can see where they are now and what they're looking to get to. I can fuck with that. That is fundamentals that we can all rock with. But yet and still, that's pretty much where it begins and ends for me. So when you talk about the legends in the game, that's a legend and a half. You feel me? But there's so many new things on the come up, and there's so many fast rising things. I've kind of flirted with penny stocks recently. I've been seeing some things that I want to get into early on to see how it plays out. And I'm talking about stocks that are literally less than $1 right now. I can't really mention the names of them because I don't want to put them out there and then they don't do well and somebody invested in them because I said something. But I've kind of been flirting with that a little bit. So the way I invest is I have long term and I have short term plays. It's pretty much it. And yeah, my people that I follow, like I said, Keenan Grace is definitely one of them, and I owe that to my man. My man and the damn, what's my man's name? He gonna be mad as hell I missed it because he mentioned Keenan Grace to me as well. So yeah, those are the people I listen to now. He said, Doc, ever mess with a Glock 10 9mm? It got more punch than a 45. Yes, I had the pleasure of shooting a Glock. I didn't know. Oh, no, no, no. I shot the Glock 9mm. I never shot a Glock 10mm. I never did. But that Glock 9 was it was a doozy. But that 45 cal, man, that 40 cal, man, they pop different, man. I hated it. My brother has a fuck, what is that? he's got a Smith, a Springfield 40 cal, I think. I hated it. That motherfucker was jumpy as shit. I did not like it. He said, I'm looking at getting a Ruger LCP 380. He said you may want to check it out. There was it was LCD or LXD. Fuck, what was that brand? Can't remember, bro. But I think it cost about 350. I've been looking at it, man. Yeah, crazy. He said, thanks for the hookup on. Oh, shit. Yo, them legal challenge videos, when I heard about it, my jaw dropped, pimping. Dude, you can watch that shit on YouTube. Shout out to my man, Charles Merchant, for telling me about that shit a couple days ago when we had a conversation, man. It was dope. I appreciate that shit, for real, for real. But yeah, them legal joints keep you right for a long time. I want to do a video on the videos, but we'll see how we can play that out a little bit. You bought more sheep. Come on, man. I thought your sheep count was on point, man. I know you've been on sheep for a while, so it's really growing. It's really kicking in, and it's really gonna jam something crazy. He said, I don't understand Buffett's take on crypto. I'm late to the party, but I want to get into. I'm an index fund ETF dividends man myself. I'm big on dividends as well. I'm big on monthly paying stocks. I don't do quarterly nothing. If it don't pay me on a monthly basis, I really don't look at it. That's just my mentality. But yeah, I can understand your vibe with index funds and ETFs. Always the safer plays. I have tried my hand at more riskier investments because I'm still relatively young. So I do have some growth plays that are risky, right? So that's kind of been my vibe too, a little bit of risk involved in it, but I'm okay with it. I dig it. It works for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but it definitely works for me. The Glock 20 is the 10 mm. It's got 45% more energy than a 45. No, thank you. I can barely shoot what I got. Man, when they try to teach you how to grip, I tried to grip that Glock. No, the Glock 9. I hated it. I did not like it at all, man. I can't cap. I'm not even going to front you, bro. All right. Unless you guys have any more comments, questions, or concerns, man, I will let you go on about your business, man. 17 in the building. Appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys locking in. All right. If you have anything else you want to add before we clock out tonight, man, I'll let you get at it like a crack addict. But if you're good to go, I am good to go as well. All right. But I appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate you spending time. My man Stephen Boom, appreciate you. Oscar, man, appreciate the support on the back end, man. I'm definitely gonna get me some Sheeb on immediately, like right now. I'm probably gonna buy more Sheeb. I'm gonna buy mine on Webull. I used to buy it on Coinbase, but I hate the simple fact that they keep charging me, man. I don't like charging for them transactions, but I guess that's what we get. That is what we get. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna win. That's all I gotta say, man. You guys have a blessed night. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all rock out. He says, should foreigners be concerned about upcoming Philippines elections? Absolutely not, because they need foreigners to come in. They're gonna need our money. They're gonna want our money. You know what that means? They're gonna be cool with the foreigner coming in. I think we'll be all right. We shouldn't be concerned with the upcoming elections. As a matter of fact, the elections may be a blessing in disguise. Whoever they actually choose to run the company, or what I say company, whoever they choose to run the country may be more open to the idea of bringing foreigners in or allowing foreigners to come in. It's always 50-50, man. So we need to be at least, how can we say this? We need to be open to whoever wins because they might be open to us coming in. You know what I mean? Frank, I am currently in the great state of North Kakalaki, aka North Carolina. It's where I live right now. This is where I create my ish until the Philippines opens up again. I love it here, but we're gonna have to rock out. All right, Day and Tanner, appreciate you guys. Stay blessed. Good night. Appreciate you. You guys are on point. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Maybe I'll come through tomorrow. Maybe I won't. All right. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the good doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.